All right, welcome back. And joining me this afternoon to look in details into the supplementary budget, it's Comrade Harrison Izeko Idemudia, a public affairs analyst, someone who understands how budgetary allocations by the government also work and is an expert in that field. Good afternoon, Comrade.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, so we'll be taking a critical look at the budget. Before the tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari expired, we saw the national budget for 2023 that was submitted to the National Assembly of about 22-point-something trillion thereabout. Now, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu came on board May 29th after a lot of legal tussle, which have ended already now, so he have time to work for the nation. He just submitted a supplementary budget of 2.176 trillion to the National Assembly. And just yesterday here, the budget has been passed by the National Assembly, by both chambers, both the red chambers and the green chambers. Now the question is, why a supplementary budget when we just have November and December? And before the end of December, we know that he is going to submit the 2024 appropriation bill, which is the 2024 budget, to both chambers of the National Assembly. So what is the essence, what is the effect of a supplementary budget with everything happening right now? You saw the breakdown when I read it out, how they've allocated some for this, some for that, but in the course of this discussion, we'll talk about those other allocations that were given out to different parastatals, ministries and government agencies. But first, let's set the standard. Why a supplementary budget at this point?
Well, thank you very much. Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces Republic of Nigeria, I think they have a right, if he feels that there's deficits in the budget he met, and maybe most of the projects that they needed to do urgently, they need to just mop up fund. But for me, we're already in November. That budget was passed yesterday.
Yes.
If I were to be in his shoe, I think it's not necessary. Should have just wait and submit the budget to the National Assembly maybe by first week of December, so that the budget year might run the way it has been structured. Having said that, I think that the way they hurry over the issue is an arrangement. It's something that they have cooked.
But you don't have evidence to that. You can't say it's an arrangement. Because the legislature, it's a different arm of government. So you can't say it was an arrangement.
Okay, let me explain. So
you have to rephrase that statement.
When I say it's an arrangement, maybe, okay, it's an agreement between the lower chamber and the upper chamber to agree that let us pass this budget. Okay. You can look at the space of time. It passed through first reading, second reading.
Immediately.
It was passed.
It was submitted on Monday.
So as a legislator at the local government level, I know anything that will speed the passage of budget in that manner, something must have gone through the back door.
Well, like I said, you don't have an evidence to that.
That is not an issue.
You can't come on air to tell us something passed through the back door.
Let's forget about that.
Let's forget about that. Let's talk about it.
Nigerians are watching us. Yeah. We know what is going on in this country today. Okay. We know the suffering our people are going through.
Of course, a lot.
If the essence of this supplementary budget is to cushion the effects of the sufferings of Nigeria, people like us will welcome it. Okay. But I'm afraid to look at the breakdown that at this time, a Nigerian government will still sit down and do this kind of arrangement. For example, the amount of money allocated to defense. We know what was allocated to defend the past budget. We have not been able to account for it.
But that was another administration.
Okay, this is the problem we have. You know, Nigerian system of governance, people want to do new things without looking at what have been done in the past. Okay. What is the mistake? Where did we get it wrong? What can we do? You said you have a new vision. Where is the vision? The vision is not written down. The vision is just meant for the people are not aware. We are not seeing the vision.
But they had a manifesto before they came on board. So you can't see the vision.
The issue of manifesto in Nigeria's system of governance, when they get into government, is a different ballgame entirely. I'm sorry to say. Okay. It is the way the actors have decided to play it. The Nigerian leaders want to do what they feel, where they believe that they will benefit. Okay. Maybe what the past government have done he had looked at it that most of the money meant for that particular project have been spent. So for them, let them come up with their own budget to capture their own project, so that that one, at the end of the day, they can manage and monitor. The monitoring is the fallout from it, not really because they want to implement the project. So the issue is that the timing is very close, and for me, it's not necessary. He should have just waited and sent budget to national assembly so that they can pass new fresh budget for him to go. But if there were going to be emergency, the emergency should be something to do with life. Because what they said before sending Supreme Budget, that they want to, the issue of palliative, because of the fuel income we are going through. But if you look at the breakdown they are put there, you cannot even find anywhere agriculture got 100 billion. Yes. And that 100 billion is going to be on paper. It's going to translate to the level of the common man in the streets. So at the end of the day, look,
when you say on paper, I think that's your personal opinion. Because,
it's my personal opinion, but in a nutshell, what I'm trying to establish is this.
Okay.
When you say you allocate 100 billion to agriculture, you have not castigated it down to break it down. Okay, source will go to surplus, or maybe the farmer will get it. No, he just said agriculture. The minister there will also sit down and say,
he actually said agriculture and food security.
Food security, that is just a statement.
Okay.
When you are making this kind of blanket statement, there should be breakdown. Okay, so and so, maybe this state will get this to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy.
But we had a situation whereby each of the states have gotten 5 billion naira each from the federal government on for the cushioning of the removal.
What I'm aware is that I think the state got 2.5 billion.
No, it was 5 billion that was budgeted, but they've gotten 2.5.
That's what I'm saying.
The federal 2.5.
The money have not come.
Well, you can't tell. I don't know. Are you in government house?
No, because sorry, sir, it's not even captured in this.
No, it's not in the supplementary budget.
You see the problem we have.
Okay.
That is a project that is ongoing, which money have been borrowed. The greatest problem is that most of this money we are talking about, we are borrowing them. Now, you have done part of it. One would have expected that you will progress in that level. Okay, this is the balance. This is what the states are supposed to do to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. We have deviated from that. That is that whole story. You have pushed it to another new.
But you can't say it's an old story, because they are putting things.
There's supposed to be a growth, a progression of governance. If in the past 2 months you say you were going to do this, you were short of resources, and now you have sent a supplementary budget, one would have expected that that project that is angry will be captured. It will be very clear that, okay, the state will get so and so as balance of the 5 billion naira the federal government have promised to each state to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. But that is not on the supplementary budget.
Don't you think maybe they have another plan for that somewhere?
You see where we are missing it. Now, you ask the supplementary budget within 2 months. I know that by December, the federal government will send, the president is going to send the budget to National Assembly. 2024. Yeah. Now, within this short space, you have asked for about 2 points. Something trillion.
7 trillion. 76 trillion.
Trillion. And now, even the project you have on ground is not even captured. Okay. And that should be the most important segment of the Nigerian people as at this particular time. So that this fuel issue, what our people are going through, the common man in the streets of Nigeria, will also benefit. That is not part of it. My greatest surprise was to see renovation of the Vice President Lodge in Lagos State. 3 billion.
No, 300 billion.
300 billion. For goodness sake, this is madness. I saw 150 billion, 1.5 billion
for the
to purchase
of the
cars.
First Lady.
No, they didn't say office. To purchase cars for the office of the First Lady.
Yes.
I weep for this country.
No, you can't say you weep for this country.
We won't take
that.
Let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why. It's our country. Comrade. Nigeria. Hold on. It's our country.
I understand.
When we weep for our country, it means you've totally lost hope.
If you have not lost hope, you will not be here anymore. When a man is going through emotional stage in life, it's a process of you preparing yourself for the future.
Okay.
You can weep, you can think. After some time, you sit down and say, okay, where do we go from here?
Okay.
Even as bad as the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, the office of the First Lady was not noticed. It was in this country that the man said the wife is in the room and in the other room. The office of the First Lady is a constitutional office in the Nigerian Constitution.
That's true.
It's not constitutional.
But today we are seeing it
That is the aberration we are talking about. It's not constitutional.
Okay.
To release 1.5 billion at this critical time of our democracy, may God help us as a country.
Okay. Now let's look at other sectors that got money from that 2.176 trillion supplementary budget. Agriculture got their trunk. Works also got their trunk. You and I know how deplorable a lot of federal roads are in this country, using Edo here as a case study. Now, a lot was also allocated to works. From your own personal experience or from your own personal thoughts, don't you think that is commendable?
Yes, of course. One would have expected that the works ministry should get the highest chunk of this fund.
But security got, because if the life are not secured, the life are not secured, you will not have a road to ply.
The problem I have with this security issue is that, number one, this money you cannot prove it. Number one, you don't know how this money is being spent. Okay. Number two, you don't even know, nobody explained to anybody. The last budget, security got the highest.
But the National Security Advisor is there for someone to explain.
I'm coming there, sir. The security department got about 4.something billion
still.
You are aware again that the office of the National Security Advisor is going to 28 billion naira again. The office of the security, what is his duty?
It's outlined by the Constitution.
I'm coming, sir. What is his role at this critical time? That office is getting 28 billion. As separate from what the main budget. The main budget going for. Okay. So it is, if you marry it, you discover that there is a whole lot of an irony of wastage. You cannot see anything that will warrant at this critical time that the office of the National Security Advisor will be getting that kind of money. And now you are giving agriculture 100 billion.
But we know
agriculture that stands to provide food.
But you and I know how bandits and terrorists have taken over some parts of the country. Don't you think that money is fair enough to fight?
Is it the money that will do the fighting?
It is money that will buy ammunition. The ammunition will not fly.
Have they told you they are going to buy ammunition?
Definitely they should, or they will.
You see, that is a problem we have.
Okay.
Now, if you pump up a budget, one would have expected a breakdown on the way and manner that money is going to be spent.
But the breakdown came according to...
It's a lump sum. Yes, the security is getting this.
Exactly.
Getting it for what?
But it's not just one arm of security. You saw the police, you saw the DSS. For security.
As we speak to tomorrow, the police officer buy uniform for themselves.
I don't think that's an allegation which you cannot prove. Because they make everywhere. No, it's not everywhere. You know, because they make provision for them. For their uniform, for their shoes, for everything. They even have allowances.
Provision on paper.
You can't really say it's on paper.
That is a problem in Nigeria today, in this country. Okay. There is provision for everything in this country. Is it working? You make provisions on paper. Is this getting to the local level? Are you telling me that those officers, the city officers, they are not aware that these things are there?
They may not be aware.
They are aware.
They may not.
They may. Okay, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. So what I'm saying in essence is that we should respect. Okay, the police will get this. Okay. This army will get this. This will get this. Okay. For the purpose of this. Okay. If you are buying ammunition, we know. If you are buying vehicle, we know.
What you are saying is a total breakdown. If they want to spend 2 billion on arms and ammunition, they will state it.
Now you are giving them. You are said a lump sum.
Okay.
In the next budget, you see another lump sum. Nobody is talking to each other. If we know that you have gotten so much money and we are not seeing the result, if the result is not commensurate with what you get, then people will begin to ask questions.
That's true.
But here, nobody asks questions. You just push it at the level of the minister. You will not sit down again and begin to do the surgery.
Arrange
it and use the microscope and cut what they need to cut and push it. So we cannot continue like this. We can't. One would have expected that this present administration, I won't see the way and manner it got into government with the uprising that followed the election.
Absolutely.
As we speak now, I bought fuel as I was coming here, 640 naira per liter. A price, a gas now, 12 kg gas is about over 12,000 naira, 12.5. And today, you hear that you are allocating this money for this. You are using how many billion to do renovation just like that, as if the people are not matter, as if nothing. Maybe Nigerians have gotten to the level of everybody is satisfied. We can't continue like this. Look at the breakdown. It's shocking.
Okay.
That in less than how many months,
And you are aware that they have borrowed money about 2 weeks
Yes,
ago.
they borrowed $800 dollars or so.
So this supplementary budget now is to enable them to spend that money. This money is not...
That's your personal take.
No. That is the way it works now. The money, the borrowed money have been approved.
Yes, it has been
You
approved
cannot
by
just
the National Assembly
collect the money and start. I'm a legislator at the local level. Okay. You cannot collect money and start spending it. Okay. You need to come up with a supplementary budget to match that money you have borrowed so that you can spread it. So the money is not even sourced from here. It is borrowed money with interest. And now we are allocating some of money to buy vehicle, to do renovation for a building that somebody will not stay.
Well, but people are staying there. The National Assembly, the villa, people are staying there. No, when
are you telling me that this critical time,
when he visits Lagos,
yes, he can even visit Lagos
at any time. No, he can. He is the vice president. He can visit any state at any time.
Lagos, because you want to renovate that, you spend this, use some amount of money to do renovation.
For the comfort
when Nigerians are dying,
for the comfort of
when
the
people
vice
cannot
president.
eat. What are you renovating in Abuja? Since the capital city of Nigeria was moved to Abuja, construction has been going on in Abuja. So the work will not finish.
Okay.
Every administration that comes is renovating. So the work will not end. Have you ever seen where somebody will start construction that is not ending? So this corruption thing that that become a way of life for Nigerians, Nigerian politicians, and of course those who drive the political space in this country, is becoming of them. Okay. We must rise up at this critical time as Nigerians to actually stand and ask our political leaders to be accountable. Okay. To talk to us, all this money that you are collecting from here and there, how are you spending this money?
Okay.
In less than 5 months, I know how many times this present government have borrowed money. My greatest shock was to see that the wife of the current president came out to tell the campaign that they have so much money, they don't need Nigerian money. They just want to come and give service. One would have expected that you don't need vehicle.
It's the service that was seen already.
Since they don't need to give service, they have a lot of vehicles back there in Lagos. Okay. You should have just said, okay, no problem, we'll make use of the vehicle that we have. But that is their personal vehicle, it's not the official vehicles. So what is vehicle? It's not human being that's going to end that.
The Constitution makes room that when you are holding a political office, you are a public office holder. So there are so many things that you are entitled to. And when you're talking about them, they can't be using their personal vehicle for the service of the nation. You are a legislator, like you said.
In that place, in that same office.
You are a legislator in the local government. You have an official car, don't you?
I'm using my car.
But you have a private car.
I'm supposed to have official car.
No, you're supposed. You do, because the Constitution...
I have not been given... Nobody has given me vehicle. I'm using my personal car. Will I say I will not go to work?
You will go to work. But that's what I'm saying. The Constitution makes room for...
It makes room. It did not allocate such amount of money for those vehicles.
The allocation is at the prerogative of the president.
To waste their resources?
Well, you may call it wastage.
How many vehicles are they going to buy? This is why I said, you just come up with a lump sum.
Okay.
You cannot tell us this and this is what you are going to do. The office of the wife of the president is not recognized in the Nigerian Constitution. We should not allocate our resources for any vehicle in that office. If you do that, it's an aberration.
But she's the wife of the president.
And so what? Every other person has a wife.
But those persons are not public office holders.
You see, for the fact that you are a public office holder does not make you a demigod.
No, you're not a demigod. But
in this country, Nigeria, it's only here. When the president gets into office, the wife will also arrange another office. Another president in his own space. It's not done anywhere in the world. Buhari gave an example. The wife never had this kind of luxury opportunity to be seen on air. But what are we saying today? The normal way, that conventional way politicians do their things. As the president is allocating projects, is giving the appointment, the wife is also doing his own in the other corner.
Empowering the women.
The problem we have.
The women need empowerment. Is when you build a
does
woman,
the empowerment
you build a
get
nation.
to the grassroots? Does the empowerment get to the common man in the streets?
Cases, it does.
It's not true.
If it doesn't
have access to the same person that gets it.
If it doesn't get to everybody, doesn't mean it didn't get to them, get to anybody at all.
My brother, it is drama. We understand all these things. Most of those women you are seeing are not political associates who have supported them during the election. These are the people that get most of these things.
That's an allegation you can prove.
I am not. It's not. I'm saying the practical way
an allegation
that I
you
know
can
that politician does things. It's only few. It's not all of them.
Okay.
There are some persons who have distinguished themselves.
Exactly.
Who have decided to do the right thing.
So some of
who
them
have conscience.
So some of them actually what's having it.
Who have conscience. But from the breakdown that I'm saying here, this actually is total wastage. Okay. That no Nigerian person will accept this. It is unacceptable. Okay. Not at this particular time. As I speak with you, bag of rice is 60,000 naira in the market. Rubber of Gary is 1,500. People are dying. People cannot eat. And yet, we borrow money and share it in this manner.
But they didn't share it. They shared it to ministries. They shared it to the government agencies that are working for you and I.
Which work?
The Ministry of Defense is
which
there.
Work?
The police service is there to protect you.
I don't want to talk about that defense issue. Let's put the
let's put that aside.
Department and the other one. Which work?
Okay.
Is there any road, federal road in Benin today that you can pass through?
But according to the latest news, it has been awarded and construction has started.
That road they have been awarding that road since 1999. Benin, Epoma to Abuja, they have been awarding, every government have been awarding that road. Have that road be constructed? Have they not be constructed?
But they are on it.
On it what? We can pass through the road. Every government that come allocate money.
Okay.
So we should ask question.
Okay.
We should ask question.
All right. We'll go on a break now. We'll go on a short break because this is a topic that needs a whole lot of time to elaborate on. We're going to go on a short break. After the break, we'll continue this discussion.
No problem.
We'll go on a short break. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back. It's still Business This Week, a live broadcast from our Benin Network Center of Independent Television. We're taking a critical look into the 2023 supplementary budget that was submitted by the president and was passed just yesterday by the two chambers of the National Assembly. And my guest is still here, Comrade Harrison Izeko. We've been taking a critical analysis of how the budget is going to affect the common man on the street, how it's going to affect the citizens of Nigeria who are just not holding political office. So how will this 2.176 trillion be of positive impact to Nigerians? And my guest is still here, and we'll go details more on the issues at hand. Now, before we went on that break, you've talked about a whole lot. But that budget, that supplementary budget, still have one I want you to talk about before we move further. The off-cycle elections in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo is next week Saturday, just a week from tomorrow. We'll be saying in a week time. 18 billion naira was budgeted for that election. That's to INEC, not to the states anyway, so you don't get it. So you don't say it was budgeted to the states. It was budgeted to INEC, and INEC is the government's recognized institution that conducts election at the federal level, both for the states and the federal. Now, 18 billion was budgeted for the three elections. What's your take on that 18 billion for the three states elections?
I think, our election is very expensive here.
Yeah.
And I think that is the only area that for me, I might not really want to query.
Okay.
It's justifiable. Okay. Going with the fact with the budget that was presented, and in their own wisdom, they approve 18 billion for them. Yeah. I think INEC, we have no reason to perform below standard. The resources have been given have given to them, and we expect them to spend this money judiciously. Make arrangement for logistics. Yeah. We don't want to hear now that we're short of logistics. There was no vehicle. Money have been given to you. Spend this money. INEC is supposed to be independent.
Of course, they are independent.
They are independent.
Yes, they are.
And if you are independent, your spending, your action should also be what? Independent. Let them do the right thing. Okay. They need to write their name in gold this time around with these three elections. Elections is not a do or die affair. Do not key into anybody trying to justify or to push you from one corner to do what is wrong. Okay. The INEC chairman at this point in time must build the hope of Nigerians. Okay. You must use this election to right the wrong. So many things were said about the presidential election, that just passed.
But
they have opportunity
everything
again.
has ended. The tribunal has
Yes,
come and gone. The Supreme Court
Bola
the
Tinubu is the president
of Nigeria for the next 4 years.
Nobody have a choice. Our president.
He's our president.
Whatever happens, we have to follow him.
He's our president. Exactly.
For me, he's my president.
He's my president. As well. He's our president.
Then we should all be courageous enough to speak truth to power.
Absolutely.
So INEC at their own level, we want to see a very different election.
Okay.
What we expect is free and fair election for the 3 states.
Okay.
Anybody that win, the person win. Let the person win on the popularity of that person, not through the back door.
The back door.
So I think it's justifiable.
Okay. The 18 billion
is justifiable with and it's 3 states.
Yeah, 3
so
states.
It's justifiable.
Okay. So now, how will this budget affect our SMEs? Because Nigeria is a country that is driven by small businesses. There is no street you would pass today that you will not see a caravan outside. Someone is selling something. The other person is selling something. Now, 2.176 trillion. How will it now affect the business, the small-scale business owner, those who wake up in the morning to go and look for their daily bread?
You see, the way the budget was even shared, you discover that the large chunk of the money is going to security,
yes,
which ordinarily cannot even reflect on the level of the common person in the country.
Okay.
Yes, the one that goes to works, if the job will be carried out, the area where this job will be taking place, small scale business around that will try, yes, because you will need to buy something, the people around there will eat,
exactly,
money will exchange hands, they will buy cement, they will buy all those materials needed to do construction, yes, our people will benefit from it.
Okay.
If those roads will be constructed, if it will be constructed,
but it has been awarded and they said they'll start working.
You and
I saw the minister few weeks ago in Edo. He came around and he inspected the Benin Saple Road, Benin Agbo Road. He passed through Benin Auchi Road because he said he actually came by road and it took him 14 hours from Abuja to Benin.
And he was even whipping.
He was whipping.
So how many of those roads have started construction since he left?
But they said they've mobilized men to site.
Yeah, which of the sites?
Saple Road.
My brother, you see, if we continue to deceive ourselves in this manner, we won't go anywhere.
Okay.
You are aware that just yesterday, the state government have commenced the construction of Benin Agbo Road. Yes. That was the same road the minister came. There was the meeting. One would have expected that in the next 48 hours, we'll have machine. They are not saying she won't do reconstruction. Come and do palliative.
But I don't think
palliative.
With that palliative, will it even be good?
No, for the now, so that the people can use the road, because the way it was going, nobody can pass through that road again.
Okay.
So you do palliative first, then you now go back to the contractor. You people have claimed that you award these roads to, and tell them to come back to site if they were actually awarded.
Okay.
You understand? But nothing has been done. So that is why we are condemning the way and manner the money was being disbursed. But if this money will trickle down, I don't see any reason why people like us will lament.
Okay.
Construct the road. Let us monitor what you are doing. Let us see where you are doing it. Benin Abuja Road. There was a time this woman then, under Olusegun Obasanjo, the Minister for Works, she came, she was weeping. We have had several ministers for works from that area.
Even from Edo.
I'm telling you now, we have had minister for works from Edo State.
We've had 3.
Who have villages in that place.
Yes, in
as
that
we
area.
Speak, that road have not been constructed.
Okay.
So what is the problem? Fashola said his own. He went. He was to the University of Benin. He's going to do this, and then we are awarding the road. Even to the last day, but he left government. They see awarded Saple Road and Benin Agbo Road. So the award have you trickled down? The answer is no. So that is why the trust is no longer there. Our government, this present administration, they just have lost trust in them. They must be able to build hope.
You can't say that generally that all Nigerians. Say 1 or 2 persons.
Majority of us, including me talking, we have lost majority. Hope. But they can right the wrong.
Okay.
By trying to let us know that it's not what we are thinking.
Okay.
If Tinubu fix Nigeria, he will get my support.
Absolutely.
I don't care bother about where you are coming from. If Tinubu fix this country, Nigeria, and we can pass our road, we can buy rice for 8,500, our people are not hungry, Nigerians are living well, that is my interest. Because for me, I have decided that for the rest of my life,
It will speak for the common man. So we don't bother who get there. We are thinking of the person that will give us results. Well, as we speak today in this country, Nigerians are dying of hunger. Go to the street of Benin and see what is happening.
Okay.
A loaf of bread now is 1,000 naira. The one I normally buy. I don't know
depends on where you're buying it.
Yeah, I don't know measure brand.
Yeah, brand.
The one I normally buy along airport road by traffic.
Okay.
Essentially, junction. That's where I normally buy.
Let's not mention.
For as I speak with you now, for some time now, I'm finding it difficult to stop there.
Why?
Anytime I stop my vehicle, somebody will just come and cancel a mukbang.
That's why because you are the voice of the people.
You see what I'm talking about? So if every time I stand there, 3,000, 4,000 will just follow bread.
Okay.
If I tell you my salary, you will laugh.
You are a legislator.
So, it's the legislator for man. So what we are saying is this. If this country is fixed from Abuja down to the local government.
But do we really need to fix it from Abuja? Is it not from the down that we're supposed to fix it from?
That is the reverse we have in this country.
Local government.
To build a structure, you start from down. Yes. If Nigeria must work, we must build from the local government, from the world to Abuja. But the way our politicians are structured,
it is the person that is in the local government that goes to Abuja.
They built from up. That is why Nigeria is not working. That is why nothing is working.
But
in
you
this
can't
country.
say nothing is working. Some certain things are working. You can't really say nothing is working.
Yes, it's true. Some certain things are working.
In some sectors,
but
you see things
the
working.
area that have to do with human capital and welfare and where nothing is working, just and dying of hunger.
Okay.
For me, I will even advise that the president pays subsidy. If that is the only thing the common man
let's bring back subsidy.
I will advise.
Sophia will go back to 117 naira per liter.
I'm telling you, the way we are going, I'm not seeing anything that will make this fuel go back. The thing is going up.
Well,
NNPC is selling for 150 now. Be 151 they call it. Other filling stations are selling for 6 something.
They said with time, after the refineries have started working optimally, and some of the modular refineries, definitely the price of PMS will go down. So you can't say
it's not
you don't see it going
with this
down.
kind of arrangement. We have
refineries. As at yesterday, the NNPC actually said they've given crude to one of the biggest refineries that was built recently in Lekki. And, you know, they told us that by October, which was last month, they were supposed to start production. But because of shortage of crude, they couldn't kick off. But yesterday, the NNPCL, through the GMD, Mele Kolokiari, said they've given them a huge sum of crude to start refining. So you can now say...
Well, that's a private business. Let me not preempt you.
Okay.
You realize that the last administration rushed.
You can't say rush. It was ready. It was ready for commission.
It was not ready for commission.
It was. You can't say it wasn't.
Let me tell you, sir.
It was.
Let me tell you, as a business student,
okay,
when you want to commission a business, the word commission is that the thing is ready.
It was ready.
As we are cutting the cotton, we start using it.
But the refinery was ready.
The structure was ready. The refinery was not ready.
What is the refinery? Is it not the structure?
Listen, the refinery we say is ready.
Okay.
As we commission that day, somebody will buy fuel from that place.
Immediately.
That is the way it's done. What is commissioned?
But the manpowers, maybe they want to put one.
You cannot commission a project when the manpower is not ready. You cannot commission a project when there is no crude in the project. So why are we deceiving ourselves? We are saying this to me and you know that this thing is not working. You are telling us it's ready. The man wanted to just take credit to himself that in my time as a president, a private refinery was built and it was commissioned.
That's an allegation which you cannot prove.
It's not an allegation. It's in the public space. Everybody watched it on television. It was commissioned. As we speak, and you bought fuel from that, and then import a refinery fuel from that place.
Well, they are on it. They said they're on the process.
So, as at the time they commissioned, it was not ready.
With time, you
so
can't give birth.
Once it's ready,
you can't give birth to a child today and expect that child to start walking or start running.
It does not work in our discussion. This is your own. This assertion does not work in this discussion.
But
if I tell you that I have a company here, I am ready. Everything is ready. I want to come and commission my company.
Yes.
As the people gather together to cut the tape, we cut the tape that day. If not that very day, the following morning, people should be in the queue.
Be on the queue to purchase.
Benefiting to purchase. It's a private business.
Yeah.
And you are telling us that in another 1 year or how many months they are giving them crew. Let us see the crew they give to them. Let's see how it will manifest. So what we are saying this afternoon is that it's a serious issue.
Yes, it's actually a serious
Our
national
government
issue.
should be serious, and they should be very careful the way and manner they spend money.
Okay.
These are money that we borrowed. I think it's madness for any government to put this kind of money in the office of the first lady. Why would you even do that? Even if you want to buy cars, they shouldn't even be on the budget because now Nigerians are reacting.
Of course, Nigeria, they have their rights to react.
Yes, because they are hungry. Okay, look at the House of Rep and the Senate. They got a vehicle of 170 million each.
They're entitled to it. That's what follows the office, like I said earlier.
I am not against them. Okay. I am not saying they are not entitled to it. Okay. But nobody also put in that constitution that the vehicle must be 180 million.
No, nobody did. Actually.
So
nobody
if they are entitled to it, the people, some of the house that I know that is going to drive a vehicle of 180 million, some of them have never been in the house before. I know some of them were living in rent who through this obedient movement they went there. But today their voice is silent.
Well, you can't totally say their voice is silent.
I watch the analysis on television in my house on daily basis. I have never ever seen anybody who stand up in that house to even be on the opposite side. If for no reason, even if they are not going to listen to, let me see somebody stand up to say that I am against what we are doing. Okay. Everybody is singing Hosanna, Hosanna.
No, of course.
But before today, we are obedient, we are this, we are this. That tells you that it is not the party that is the issue.
No, it's not.
It is the Nigerian mind.
Exactly.
Until and unless we look at people before we vote them into power, we are going nowhere. Okay. The last election, people were saying that even if the person is a mad person, because the Labour Party will vote for them, we have seen the result now.
Okay.
I was even expecting to see a robust discussion. I was expecting to see people will stand in front of us and say, we are kicking against this. Nobody is talking. Right. Even when their national chairman come up to say, should we take the vehicle, they almost hit up the man. They said it's their right.
It's their right. Exactly.
All of us are the same.
It is their right.
Nobody said it's not their right.
No, it is their right.
Nobody said it's not their right. In this particular time in Nigeria, in this way people cannot eat, when Nigerians are sleeping in hunger, when you are buying fuel, most Nigerians, my brother,
Nigerians.
There's no average class again. I am not a rich man.
I
am not. I am driving one hot vehicle called Camry.
That's a big man's car.
Who's big man car? 19, is it not the 98 Pro model?
But at least you have a car.
So what are we saying?
Okay.
So there's no middle class again in this country. It is the rich and the poor. We are on the side of the poor. Even if you earn 300,000 naira in a month today in Nigeria, you cannot save 50,000 at the end of the month because of the cost of living.
But it depends on how you are.
Because of the cost of living. It's not depends on anything.
Spending.
Spending what? What are you going to spend? If you need to live, you buy food, there's no light.
That's if you want electricity for yourself.
But you need it.
Oh, yes, you
need it. You buy fuel.
Okay.
If you buy fuel 3,000 naira every day to run the automobile for 3 hours, in a month is 90,000. Separate from the money, it's finished. You have not eaten. You have not done that. Your children are there, your wife are there, everybody is there. So the government should begin to think how they can restructure this country.
I think that we'll use that to wrap it up.
Yes,
because I wanted to tell you
how they can restructure this country from the bottom.
Okay.
We should pay attention to our local government system of governance.
Okay. Because that's the closest.
If you want to build a structure, you start from the foundation.
All right.
That is the foundation of this country, Nigeria. But it's sad to say that the local government system of government, if I look at it, doesn't even exist.
But you're there.
That is the truth.
But
how much resources is accrued to the local government?
You and I know how much they allocate to the local government on monthly basis.
In some local government today, let's not deceive ourselves. They pay salary, they cannot even have 5 million naira left in their account. Money come from federal. Most of the money is being hung up there.
How about the federal allocation that we see
on
monthly basis?
I'm telling you, if allocation is being sent to the states and local government is being sent to the local government, by the time you pull out salary from that money, go and look at what is remaining. Most of the money...
But they have their autonomy to themselves.
It is not the autonomy that they should have. Is the money available? How much is coming from there? The federal government need to now rearrange that issue of allocation sharing.
Okay.
The people that need more should be the local government. You take everything at the top. You now give to the states. If you have state and local government together, the federal government money is still more than them. And every structure, every human being in this country live in a world. The local government is in charge of all these people. Throughout Nigeria, local government is in charge of the primary health care, they're in charge of the primary school, just like that. And yet, they are the one getting the list.
But
and those
they are not really in charge of everything totally, but they are in charge of
most of the payment of salary, building on most of the
schools, primary school, maintenance of markets and all that.
Those are the areas that need more money. Okay. Because those are the areas the common man in this country will benefit from. Okay. So the federal government need to sit down, look at this area, and let's see how we can release more funds to the local government. And this vision that this president is driving us, we need to know the vision. We need to know the direction of this government. Because when you come
renewed hope.
When you come up, the renewed hope, actually, the hope needs to be clear.
The renewed hope.
The vision, no, the renewed hope. What is their vision? Okay. What is the direction of this government? What is their mission statement? Because when you just make a blanket statement And if your people do not understand what you are talking about, they cannot join you to drive the process.
Absolutely.
They will resist it. I was discussing with somebody this morning that the reason why I say people resist new idea, it is because the idea has not been sold to them. You cannot say you have an idea. It's your idea. And people have been doing things this way. They have been benefiting from there. The idea you are coming on board with, they don't know what you are going to benefit from that idea. And you have not sold the idea to them to let them know that if we do this thing this way, this is the benefit. Why we must not go the way we are going. If you tell them, you sensitize them, you conscientize them, these people will listen to you. They will help you to drive the process. But a situation where your vision is not known, your mission is not known, you just sit there and say, we want to change everything, you will get resistance.
Okay.
That is the problem we are having. So the federal government of Nigeria should let us know the direction of this company. Talk to Nigerians. Let them see how they will give you support. If you are ready, if you are genuine with what you are doing. Like I said, if this present government fixes Nigeria, then we get the support of Nigeria.
Finally, your advice to the federal government.
I want to appeal to them
before we wrap up,
that they should be very careful the way and manner they spend the resources of this country.
Okay.
This country belongs to all of us.
Of course, it belongs to everybody.
This supplementary budget, the way and manner the money the budget was arranged, Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are not happy. Things like this should not be on the public space. They should sit down, look at the critical areas where Nigerians, the common man in this country, will benefit. If you have told us that at the bulk of this money, you want to put it back to the economy, but those small-scale business, they want to give them money to do their business, people will listen, the money get to them. But the situation whereby you just put it there, and at the end of the day, we don't have direction. So I'm appealing to the APC government. They should carry Nigerians along. They should let us know their direction. This Renew Hope, we want to see the breakdown on how the hope is going to be renewed. We want to look at their vision. We want to look at their mission statement. We want to know their direction so that we will know how to follow them. So that we will know how to give them support if they need our support. But if they don't make these things known to us, mind you, the people will fight back. We are aware of what happened in Imo State.
Yes.
How
the
president was beaten up.
Yes.
You can see impunity in the highest level.
Well, you can't tell. We don't know who did that.
We have seen it
even the state governor.
You don't know who did it.
The state governor came out this morning
to say what?
To say that they are addressing the issue.
Addressing the issue.
Hold on.
If the man had died.
But thank God he didn't die.
Okay.
At least we are thankful to God that the number one labor man, like the number one worker of Nigeria, is still alive.
To tell you the level Nigeria.
Because even if I believe
anybody that talk, bring him down.
No, that's not true. I won't take that.
Okay, no problem. We are here.
National television.
We are here. We are here.
All right, thank you very much.
Our prayer is that the country is better for all of us.
Yeah,
that's okay.
It's
all of us will be happy.
Everybody will enjoy
doing your business. I'm doing my own.
Everybody's doing their job. We are good.
So I'm not a conventional politician.
Right.
I'm from the civil service movement. I'm a businessman.
It's all right.
And so therefore, anytime I have opportunity, we'll say the things the way it is. And we believe that one day our leaders will hear.
Absolutely.
And Nigeria will be a better place for all of us.
We sure know that one day they will hear.
Be a better place for all of us.
Thank you very much, Comrade Harrison Izeko Idemudia, for joining me on the show this afternoon. That's how far we can go on the program this afternoon, Business This Week, taking a critical look into the 2023 supplementary budget that was just submitted by the President and passed by the National Assembly. We all hope to see that the money will be used for what really it is meant for, to affect every single citizen of Nigerians and Nigeria on the street. All right, that's how far we can go on the show. On behalf of the entire production team, those that make the program a success this afternoon, I want to thank you for your time, for watching. I'll be back again next week, God willing. Do have a beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon and a happy weekend. Bye for now. I'm Lawrence Osifo.